As human beings, we all have a few questions in common. Why are we here? Is there a creator? Is there an afterlife? And more importantly, why can't we answer these questions? On the other hand, we have had to renew even our most certain scientific knowledge over and over again over the centuries, and we continue to do so. So what if this uncertainty about both metaphysical and scientific knowledge in the universe does not only stem from human errors or inadequacies? What if the universe system we live in also works in a way that manipulates us regarding this information? What if our universe is a machine that converts information that would be considered completely impossible on a super-atomic level into information that is measurable, limited, but normal to our perception on a subatomic level? Could the manipulative universe theory be the answer to all our questions? To explain this interesting theory, let's start with one of the most popular questions right now. What is time? Time, in its most probable definition, is the name we give to the mechanism that separates events from each other. So has time always existed? This was a question we answered with an unwavering yes, almost, until Stephen Hawking's theories. However, interestingly, while investigating the beginning of the universe, we discovered that time had not always existed. Stephen Hawking put forward the theory that the moment when time and physical laws gained meaning began with the Big Bang. The scientific world also generally accepted this idea. However, this result, like other scientific discoveries, brought with it bigger questions. Suddenly, we had to accept the concept of timelessness. Scientists are currently trying to understand how time emerged from timelessness. However, although this result is supported by data, it is actually quite illogical. How could an action take place in a place where there is no time? All the verbs we have to use to describe an action actually belong to time. And there is no action without a verb. Past tense, present tense, future tense, or present tense. Every action, every verb, definitely includes a concept of time. So how did time emerge in a place where there is no time? Frankly, we do not yet have a knowledge system that can perceive timelessness. As always, we will leave this question to science and hope that it will give us convincing answers. However, this phenomenon is not the last oddity that pushes the boundaries of science. For example, according to the rules of classical physics, the speed of light cannot be exceeded. However, in the quantum world, entangled particles can instantly affect each other, no matter how far apart they are separated, no matter where they are placed in the universe. We are not hearing these sentences from the mouth of a madman who has lost his sanity and is muttering to himself. These are being told by scientists themselves. And since even our smartest scientists do not understand this phenomenon, they have chosen to close the subject by giving it a fancy name, like the Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen paradox. Isn't the Schrödinger cat experiment strange enough? In its simplest form, this experiment says that an observer in the subatomic world can affect the outcome of events just by looking at them. The phenomena are endless. The list is very long. Dark matter, black holes, and all the other mysteries. Yet we trust science unconditionally. We are all so sure that one day scientists will explain the causes of all these phenomena, just as they have found them. But as you have noticed, as scientists investigate further, instead of finding consistent answers, they continue to discover even more strange, new phenomena. So much so that even the explanations of science are starting to become almost as strange as the metaphysical explanations. Even if the explanations are compatible with the data and based on evidence, they cannot hide the fact that these explanations are just as strange as the far-fetched metaphysical explanations. The manipulative universe theory tries to explain exactly this situation. According to this theory, the universe takes the impossibility that is considered metaphysical. It turns this impossibility into scientifically acceptable information for superatomic life in the deepest corners of the subatomic order. And for this reason, as scientists investigate the subatomic order more, they do not reach consistent information, but rather impossible results that are closer to metaphysics. Of course, the world of science can never make such an acceptance. The main purpose of science is to eliminate the term metaphysics. However, philosophers who follow both science and metaphysics closely can easily see that the two worlds are almost about to intersect. Because even some of the oldest and most absurd metaphysical discourses are no stranger than the explanations that science makes about new discoveries today. From another perspective, the manipulative universe theory can provide answers to this intersection as well as all our other ancient problems. For example, the theory of evolution. According to a universe model that manipulates information, both those who say it exists and those who say it doesn't exist can be right. Evolution is a scientific and logical reality for atheists. For theists, it is a very controversial theory. However, if in the manipulative universe model, metaphysical information is manipulated in the subatomic world and made logical for the superatomic world, this situation can bring together both those who believe in metaphysics and those who defend scientific knowledge on a common ground. When we look at the history of humanity, we have not managed to find common ground on almost any subject, whether scientific, sociological, or philosophical. Different sides are constantly emerging. We can see this situation as human nature. However, hasn't human nature also been shaped by this universe? According to the manipulative universe theory, if the universe takes metaphysical information and transforms it into scientific information, this result can easily explain that there are actually two types of information in the universe and why humans are constantly stuck between metaphysics and science. So, what do you think? How do you evaluate this theory? Share your comments with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to listen to and discuss interesting assumptions like these.